Good morning, everybody. My name is Sumiko Lara. I'm the digital content producer for KIII News. This morning here on Friday, October 19th? 17. I don't know, I got ahead of myself. We have MC Magic and along with his crew, his family. They're here with us today to give us a little bit more insight on what's happening today. But not only on that, we're getting to know them as raw as possible.
Hey.
So if you can please go first, sir. If you can introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody. I'm MC Magic. This is my team right here. Sumiko, thank you for having us.
Yes, of course.
My son is Antonio Cardenas, next up on the roster. My other son, Daniel Cardenas, our content creator, manager, producer, director, and my manager, Big B, back here.
All righty. So tell me, first and foremost, what brings you out to the Coastal Bend today?
We have a concert tonight. We are at the House of Rock. Little Rob, MC Magic, and of course my son, Antonio Cardenas.
Nice.
Putting on a show for out here for Corpitos, and we're glad to be here, yeah.
Okay. So when was the last time you were here in Corpus Christi?
I can't remember. It had to be at least 2 years ago. There was a car show called Some Type of Fest. And as I remember, who else was on that show? Little Rob was on that show. And Zero.
Oh, okay. So it was a family affair.
Yep.
2 years ago. Nice.
Yeah, it was at a car show, an event. They had a stage there, and we rocked it.
Okay.
It
Did you take any cars home?
Oh, I got plenty of cars at home. The lot is already full.
The lot's already full. No time for anyone. All right. And so how do you feel about tonight? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited to be in Selena's hometown. Shout out to the Quintanilla. Shout out to AB. Shout out to Mr. Quintanilla. And yeah, we're just happy to be here. We travel quite a bit around the United States doing shows year-round, but we don't get to South Texas as much, so it's exciting to be out here.
All right, so now you bring up a good point because you say you don't often come out to South Texas. So is there someone in particular or a person or artist that influences you to maybe come out here and put a performance for Corpus Christi?
Not particularly an artist, because I'm a fan of many Texas artists, whether it's
Right.
Michael Salgado, Selena, Bobby Pulido, the list goes on. Little Joey La Familia, Ramon Ayala, who lives out here as well.
Right.
So I'm a fan of many legacy artists from Texas, but the fans are the ones that say, when are you coming to visit us in the RGV? When are we going to see you in McAllen? When are you going to come to Corpitos? So later this year in December, we also have a show with a lot of artists, a big lineup in Hidalgo, Texas as well.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
okay, that's exciting.
You know, it's good to move around a little, you know.
Right. So one thing I want to point out is that, you know, I grew up with your music, as I've told you earlier. So how, for you, how does that make you feel as an artist that you're still able to bring, you know, those songs to life to all of us, you know, that not only grew up with your music, but that we still listen to your music? And, you know, it's available on Spotify, Apple Music. I mean, it's still being played everywhere. So how does that make you feel as an artist that continues to grow?
It's a great feeling. I feel honored when someone in the airport says, "Oh my God, I grew up with your music." Whether it's in the airport, whether it's at at Benihana, wherever we're at, where people just come up and give me a confession of how one of my songs was part of their relationship, or their tío that passed away introduced them, or their mother grew up with. I mean, and speaking of that, at our concerts we get the mom, the daughter, and the grandchild. All fans. That's a beautiful feeling to be touching several generations with the music, you know?
Okay, that's awesome to hear. And, you know, we've been touching on, you know, the fact that you're still going up strong and you still have all these future plans, which we're going to get to in a bit.
Yeah.
But I just want to rewind it a little bit. And if you could just tell me, growing up, where you were born to where you were raised and how you grew up into loving the music industry, and how did you get to where you're at now?
Well, you know, my parents migrated from Nogales, Sonora back when I was like 5 years old. So really I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. And
Okay.
And when you grow up in the low income housing, it almost seems like people don't have nothing else but music.
Right.
So
okay.
even if you don't have money for this, like I couldn't afford to wear khakis, they were too expensive. But we had music.
Right.
And so you make the best of what you have. And I think that's really how music became so important in my life, because you got nothing else. I don't have any brothers. I have 6 sisters.
Oh, wow, 6 sisters.
Yeah, so they would gang up on me.
Yeah.
They would gang up on me, and so the music wouldn't abandon me, though. So my music ended up being what became my best friend, and to this day, it really is. I love music, and I think it's a gift that God gave us to help cope with life.
And I feel like that's a way, even nowadays, for kids to stay relevant, with their emotions. I know sometimes they say, write it in a journal how you feel.
Yeah.
And it takes you back to just music being your getaway and just a way to express yourself and your emotions. And I mean, you've come a long way. And so now that you have children of your own, how does that feel to be able to share that with them?
It's amazing because, like right now we're launching my son, Antonio, and to go into his studio at home, because I got my own studio, he's got his own studio, and to go into his studio and to hear something that he's been creating, a melody that he wrote, some harmonies that he stacked up. Matter of fact, the other day he helped me do something. And it's a blessing to be able to see that my son is following in the footsteps. And when I see the quality of the work that he's doing, it really makes me proud.
Yeah,
it really makes me proud. And so that's a beautiful feeling. And it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Right. And so, I mean, I know, often they say your child is living in under your shadow. That's what they say, right, for a lot of music in the music industry. And this is not the case, right? And it's not the case. Why? Because your son plays a different type of music than you do.
Different type of music.
Right.
He actually plays instruments and I don't.
Oh, nice.
So he can grab a guitar and serenade you right now.
Nice.
And
okay.
So I need a computer. I need my beat machine.
Your beatbox.
My talk box.
Yes.
And so it's a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna learn more about MC Magic, but now we're gonna pass the role on to his son, to Antonio.
Antonio in the house.
Antonio in the house. All right, Antonio, if you just wanna briefly tell us your name and what you do.
I'm Antonio Cardenas. I sing, I produce, and I write.
Nice.
Yes.
And Antonio, what type of music do you play? What type of genre?
I sing corridos, but it's not really like it's regional Mexican music, but it's not like the old structure corridos that it used to be. It's more of like a developed with a lot of influence from other artists, from different genres, from a lot of other things. So
okay.
it's a little evolved corridos.
More and I feel like nowadays you see that more, on social media, on TikTok, right?
Right. Yeah,
and
of course.
How does that make you feel to be able to share that with, as to say like your generation now, because we were something different back in the day, right?
So it's cool. It's a cool feeling. I just want to be able to create something that reaches other people and also inspires other people to want to listen to my music and to have my music touch other people in certain ways that my father has been able to do as well. So it's cool. And then also seeing a lot of other artists, the way that they're able to create, the type of feeling that they're able to put on a song. It's definitely something that I want to be able to do as well.
Awesome. And may I ask who inspires you to sing these type of tunes nowadays?
Who inspires me? I have a lot of inspirations, of course, my father being one. Definitely growing up, I had a lot of inspiration from Michael Jackson when I was little, so
nice, okay.
He's cool. But like artists today, I would say a lot of like Ivan Cornejo, Junior H, Eslabon's really big. Just a lot of like the new, younger
Dang, he's calling us old now. I'm just kidding.
They're new, no?
No, that's
I'm
awesome.
60, so I'm cool.
Call
me old.
60 minus 30, he's 30. The new 30 over here. Well, that's awesome to hear. And I mean, I listen to the same music too. So I mean, Spotify, you got to listen to it all. That's where, again, the music keeps growing, and a lot of your music can be any type of genre nowadays, and just following the tunes and lyrics and things like that. But since you're still very young, what are your future plans? What do you plan to do in the next? Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years?
Hopefully at the Latin Grammys.
Nice. Okay.
It is.
A great goal.
Well, right now we're working on a lot of new music. I have a lot of new stuff in the works, a lot of new music that we've been working on, music videos, and then just a lot of a bunch of stuff that like goes on behind the scenes for being able to be ready to release a lot of stuff at once. So I have probably an album coming out early next year, if not by the end of this year, and a lot of new singles on the way as well that are already ready. Just a couple little touches that need to be touched up on the maybe visual side, like on the music video, or just some small like little things that need to be fixed in a couple songs. But I have a lot of new stuff on the way and a lot of stuff ready to show everybody.
That's good. So you're busy then. Getting it ready. Okay. And who would you like to collab in the future? Like who would be the main one?
My number one person would be Ivan Cornejo. Number two, maybe Chato from Marca MP.
Nice.
And then Junior H, of course.
Okay. And as a father, how do you feel about that, MC Magic, that your son is trying to get things done and doing it?
I love it, and I understand everything that he's talking about. I also listen to the music that he's listening to that inspires him. A lot of times he turns me on to some songs to keep the ball rolling. As a matter of fact, a little bit later when we're done with this interview, I can show you one of his new videos that's not released yet that is absolutely phenomenal. A video directed by my other son, Daniel.
All right. Well, speaking of the other son, Daniel over here in the back. All right, Daniel, throw in the ball. Who are you and what's your role?
I'm Daniel Cardenas, MC Magic's middle child, middle son. I've taken on more of a creative role these past few years. I've been directing and producing a lot of videos, whether it's content for social media or larger pieces like music videos for my brother, even my father. We just finished an editorial for a relaunch, revamp of his makeup line that I directed and produced,
nice.
and just taking on more of a creative role.
Wow, so you got it all. You have one that sings, one that does digital and produces.
Oh, Daniel does a lot more than that. He's just talking about a little bit of what he's done.
Well,
He's traveled the world with competing in scooter competitions.
And scooter competitions too. So they're all very talented. You have very talented children.
Yeah.
That's really good. You should feel like the lucky dad.
Dios.
Gracias a Dios. Todos talentosos. That's good.
Yes.
But real quick
Yes.
with you, Daniel. So what motivated you or to get to where you're at now? Like how did it start for you to get into what you're doing now?
Well, it started a long time ago. I've always, as children, my mother would always take us to the movie theater.
Okay.
And at such a young age, the seed was planted that I loved cinema, and I loved just video content in general. I didn't think I would have such a large role in my father's business, but I'm more than proud to be a part of it, to contribute to what he's already created.
And you're doing a great job. I mean, I've seen your videos, and he does a phenomenal job.
He does good stuff.
You are pretty young, but if you would have never told me it was you, I would have never guessed, because like I said, nowadays, younger children now, and I mean, you're not a child, but you know what I mean? Like, they know how to do all kinds of things. I sometimes can't even unlock my phone. I lock myself out of my phone, so.
They laugh at me because I type with one finger.
The whole T9, is it the T9? Back in the day, you have to scribble the letters.
She's talking about what you used to use. The phone. Oh, yeah.
He's like, I still do it like that. Okay.
To be fair, though, I had an advantage. I have an older brother, my father's first son. And while my older brother, Marco, he went to film school.
Oh,
and so while he
awesome.
was in film school, obviously I was much younger, and he would come home and he taught me a few things. And I was in 3rd grade when I first learned how to
that's pretty
use a
good.
professional program called Final Cut Pro.
Okay.
And it's very rare for someone in 3rd grade to know how to use Final Cut Pro.
3rd grade, I was still playing with Barbies. And nowadays, but that's good, because like we were talking about earlier, technology keeps growing, and so the good thing about it and the bad thing about it, right? There's pros and cons, but the good thing is that it continues to grow and expand, and so it makes, again, our younger generation be able to watch the news and watch movies and do a lot of stuff online, and like you said, content creating, making videos. Nowadays, kids, when they want to draw, they use the iPads. You go to school, you use Chromebooks.
Yeah, no, our mom, she colors on her iPad.
On her iPad.
It's the most expensive coloring book she's ever gotten.
It is, but see, I mean, and it's just a way to keep expanding, and you're gonna get up there even more where you're at now. I mean, you're doing a phenomenal job now. But as I know, you mentioned you're working with your dad right now and doing videos. Ultimately, do you plan to stay in the music industry, or do you plan to expand elsewhere doing videos?
As long as Nasty Boy Records and MC Magic needs me, I'll be there. As for my
Awesome.
personal goals and my dreams, I do want to do motion pictures.
Okay.
I want to do films, and that's the direction that I'm going towards.
So would you be doing like short films or theater? Like what would you be doing?
Feature films, so
Feature
full
film.
lengths.
Oh, nice.
But this is it's always been a love of mine, movies and cinema. But as of recent, it was a more recent pivot that this is the direction that I wanted to take.
Okay.
So I think a few months ago we actually filmed my first short film.
Oh,
It's still in
nice.
post-production, but
Okay.
all the pre-production was a learning curve for me. But we're not scared of any challenges here. So.
Well, you better know when it's ready so we can watch it too. And if you ever need an extra or anything, just throwing it out there. Let me know. I'm just kidding. I mean, as long as I'm able to have some tattoos here and
Yes,
there,
of
because
course,
we
of
can
course.
cover those up. That's awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys as a family are very united, which is so awesome to hear. Nowadays, everybody has their ups and downs, and that comes with in a family, right? But it sounds like you guys have it. You're not perfect, but you have it put together where someone's doing this, someone's doing that, and so I think it forms a strong bond, because not only in relationship-wise as father and son, but also, you're doing something good in career. You could be doing other things where it's not good, right? And staying out of doing drugs and doing things like that. So I applaud you for raising really good kids.
Oh, I can't take all the credit. My wife is
And
the
his
anchor.
wife back
my
home.
wife Kikita, she's the anchor of the family. She holds us down, and the anchor of our business too is my manager, Big D.
And we got Big D in the house
Yeah.
over there. Big D, you ain't going nowhere. You're next.
the one. Let him know, D. Let him know.
Yeah, I'm Big D. I'm just his manager, he's my best friend, my brother, and he's a passionate guy. So sometimes his passion overwhelms business, so we have to reel him back in, and that's my job.
And
to reel
I
him back
feel
in.
like you carry a lot of weight though, because not only did you just say you're also his friend, but you're the manager, and so you have to be on top of everything.
I try to be. I mean,
You try to
there's
be.
a lot of things. It's all about relationships and how you treat people. Everybody on our team is really good with communicating with people. We communicate amongst ourselves, and
How long have you been working along MC Magic?
about going to be 25 years this year.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
you know the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? With MC.
We've gone up, down. We've taken the dark roads to the high roads. We've
Right.
had wins. We've had losses. We
Right.
keep going, but he's a very optimistic person. So even when we're in our darkest time or the baddest part of something, he's going to always say, "Don't worry about it. We're going to be okay." And we follow the lead. And he drives the ship. I just kind of steer the anchor in the
Steer
back.
it,
So it's
right.
like, this is what we got to do. Because he's the brand. So without him, none of us would probably be doing any of this, because he believed in it enough to say, let's go out on our own and do it. So,
And at the end of the day, I say a family bond, but you're part of the family too,
Absolutely.
right? You've been in this game for so long, and not only that, but you're no stranger to his children, to his wife, to him. So that makes you part of the family. But also, again, you wear big shoes where you constantly have to be on the lookout, for promotion and concerts, and you play a big role, and you do a phenomenal job as well. I've been reaching out to Big D since last week, and all I can say is that he is the most humblest person ever, and you're very easy to work with. So thank you for
Thank you.
that.
I mean, it's not, we try to treat everybody the way we want to be treated. So, we want to be welcomed back. It's about, we may see you 10 years from now, but we want to treat you the same way as we met you the first day.
Right.
And,
No,
you
and
know,
I
we don't-
appreciate that.
This business is very cutthroat, but we try to still be thankful for the opportunities. And,
Right.
some people don't want to get up early. We believe in, if you ask us to be here at 3 in the morning, then we're going to be here at 2:59.
Right.
So,
2:59. Right.
if we get here at 3, that means we're late. So we're going to be here on time. So.
He's like, but I'll be there.
We'll be
And
there.
now that you're in Corpus, obviously it's not your first time either.
No.
What, besides the concert tonight, what do you look forward to today's visit?
So far, it's been great. I mean, I got to meet you. That was a beautiful plus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got welcome to the studio. That was a good plus for us to get here early morning. Corpus so far has been great. I mean, because I've been here before. home with Selena.
We definitely
so
want some good food.
yeah, we want a good meal. We're looking for a
yes.
good meal so we can sit down. It's worth being up early for. So it's a
Right.
great city. We hope everybody comes out.
No, well, thank you.
enjoys it.
Thank you for coming out. But yeah, again, I've been talking to him, and he's been so nice, and I'm just thankful you guys were able to come out here today. It gives Corpus Christi a different vibe, a different look. And I say this because I am from Calexico, California. I am a little closer to where he's from in Arizona. But that's not the main reason why I wanted to bring you guys out here. Again, I think your music is more than relevant still. And, it gives the love songs a different vibe than the type of music we tend to hear nowadays. And to just have you be out here and be able to perform that and interact with the fans. I mean, we see your TikTok, your Facebook, they're all over the place reaching out to you saying, hey, come over here. And, I'm sure that makes you feel very excited to come out here.
It's amazing. And the fact that you took your time to help us be part of a morning TV show, that you have us on your content page here, that's a blessing. We appreciate that, and we take it into consideration because not every door is always open, but every door opens another door.
Right.
And so we'll take the opportunity, we'll make the best of it, and we'll upload content because everything is reciprocal.
Right.
And so we plant good seeds, and eventually we enjoy the fruit from those good seeds. And that's how it's been, whether it's content, whether it's concerts, songs. A lot of older artists really downplay the quality of today's music. But there are a lot of great artists out there. There is crappy content, but there's good content too.
Right.
There's amazing love songs, amazing writers, amazing melodies, amazing melody makers that are out there. You just have to find them in the rough because not everything is on the radio these days.
Right.
And
That's
you
true.
gotta dig and find. And a lot of times it's word of mouth. Someone might tell you, "Hey, this artist. Have you heard of this artist?" And so after 30 years of my career, to still be heard by someone your age and then someone that's 10 years old still singing Lost in Love. I want to get lost in love with you. The other day we were at a concert in Salt Lake City, and a little girl that was 10 years old, her mom pre-talked to my manager before the concert, said, my daughter wants to sing with Magic on stage.
Oh, wow.
And so we brought her on stage, and she took over the concert. She took over the concert.
She took over your keyboard, everything.
All of it. All of it. Beautiful little girl named Sophia. I still remember her name. And she said, I want to sing Pretty Girl. Gave her the mic, and she ripped it up. The whole crowd was with it, everything. And, that kind of stuff, you can't plan it. You can't pay for it. It's just a blessing. And we take all the blessings with a lot of love.
That's awesome. And it sounds, again, by watching your videos and just by talking to you guys in general, it sounds like you love to interact with them, with the fans, which is great because you're not a robot, and we often hear people that are, artists that, don't have that sense of, again, being humble, interacting with their fans and really interacting with them, and not just by saying, hey, shout out to you, but also by caring what they have to say, what they have to come up to you and tell you, hey, I've been listening to your song, I'm your fan, and let alone a 10-year-old, because again, the generation now is just very different than the music we were used to back in the day. But we did touch a little bit on, what you're doing now and your lovely family and your manager. But if you would like to let us know, what are your future plans now?
I think the most important part is, immediate future plan is my 30 years of Magic concert. We're celebrating in a real special way in my hometown on November 29th. We've been putting a lot of effort, production, time, filming into getting this night ready. And then following the concert, we're going to take that footage and create the documentary, 30 Years of Magic.
Nice.
So those are the main two projects in the near future, along with Antonio Cardenas, his new content, his new music, his first album ever. It's not his first song that we've released because he's got several singles already out on social media platforms, and a song that we did together that I really love is called Corazón de Piedra, another great record.
Do you wrote that song about me? I have a corazón de piedra sometimes. That's what they say. I don't know.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes you meet your next ex. Real soon.
Next one. Thank you, next. Let's go to the next ex. No, that's awesome.
But yeah,
30 years, huh?
Yeah, it's a 30 year of my first album. Not 30
Okay.
years of my career, because even before my first
Right,
album,
right.
there was some work being done. But yeah, it's a 30 years of my debut album, and it's exciting. It's exciting to in 2 years I'll be 60. And
30,
to me,
30.
I see 60 as when I was a kid, I thought 60 is so old, but I'm about to be 60, and I don't feel so old. You know, I still
have
feel
all this energy,
vibrant,
you're still- right.
energetic, and my wife takes good care of us, so we're in good shape.
That's good. That means you eat your green vegetables too.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. You gotta
Green
eat 'em.
vegetables, green juice.
Yes, that's good.
Fat-free
Coffee,
meals.
coffee.
Yeah. Oh, coffee's good too.
Coffee's
yeah.
good. No, well, that's good. I'm very excited for you. I know as we spoke about this earlier too, and you're coming up on your 30 years, and he did show me a glimpse of a little bit behind the scenes, which is awesome. And I wish you nothing but the best in your family. Is this going to be your last time here in South Texas, or are you planning to come back?
Never say never.
Right.
Never say never. So yeah, we'll be back to Corpitos. We'll be back to Hidalgo in a month, in December. What's 2 months? So yeah, no, I'm like bad breath. I'm always coming back.
He's always back for more. All right. Well, and the last thing I want to ask you, any message out there to Corpitos, to the coastal band that you would like to let them know about?
I love you guys. Follow your dreams. Follow your passion. Don't let negativity get in your soul, and always keep God first. Thank Jesus.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you all you guys for coming in today. Thank you.
God bless you, Mama. Thank you.
Thank you so much.